Good morning to all. Welcome back. In this video, we are going to discuss about the rehashing. Before we go through this rehashing concept, first we have to recap the what does mean by hashing, hash function, collision resolution strategies. Okay, already you are aware of that. Hashing is a mechanism which is used to map the large volume of data into a small table. Okay, while we are mapping or we are performing such kind of operation, we have to use the hash function. There are three types: division method, mid square, and digit folding. Okay, and while we are mapping this key value into a hash table, there is a lot of possibilities of collision is nothing but the when the two key values it is producing the same hash table index, it is called as the collision. This kind of collisions are resolved by using two strategies: separate chaining and the open addressing. Separate chaining, it will use the linked list concept implementation, with the data field or node concept to avoid the problems. Okay, then the next one is the open addressing. This strategy it implemented in the by using the array concept, and also it adopt the three mechanism to solve the problem: linear probing, quadratic probing, and the double hashing. Okay, the double hashing and quadratic probing, these things it will be used to increase the table size also, and it will find out the alternate unoccupied places in order to store the value. If this two mechanism we are using to find out the solutions. Okay, then when we will go for a rehashing concept, the rehashing is nothing but the just we are going to extend the table size. Okay, and we have to compute the hash function to find out the position for the keys. Okay, it is a process of recalculating the hash code. Okay, already it is we have discussed this, and this will be used to build a hash table twice as big as the previous one. Okay, you can consider this. While you consider, if you insert this value 13, 15, 24, 6 and 23, we have to insert into a hash table with the hash table size as 7, 0 to 6. Okay, for that we have to use the mathematical function. It is called as the hash function. Hash function is h of x equal to x mod 7. Okay, the key values, right, the 13, 15, 24, 6, 23, these are all the x values. We have to substitute one by one. Okay, first we can substitute 13, h of 13 equal to 13 modulo 7. What will be the remainder? Remainder value is 6. Right? 1 sevens are 7. If 2 sevens goes 14 here, but the value is 13. So the remainder is 6. So 13 minus 7 is 6. So this value it will be get stored in the index position 6. Okay. Then next one is the h of 15 equal to 15 modulo 7. 7 2s are 14, so the remainder is 1. This value it will be get stored in the 1 index position 1. Okay, the next is 24. So h of 24 equal to 24 modulo 7. The remainder is 3. The value it will be get stored in the 3. The next one is h of 6 equal to 6 modulo 7. It is lesser, so we have to use the 6. So in this case we have to use the quadratic probing. So 6 plus 7. So 7 modulo 7 is 0. So at the index position 0 we can occupy the 6. The next one is 23. 23 means 2, index position 2, it will store this 23. Okay. Next, if I try to insert the some other value, that time it will be when we will go for a Rehashing means when the table size is half of the table is filled, that is load factor. Okay, in that cases we have to extend the table and recalculate the values, and we have to occupy it in the table. See, you can consider the previous example, previous table 13. So 13 modulo 7 is 6, it is the index position 6. So here when you come to here 13 modulo 17, okay, the it is lesser than the uh, this one, right? So it is 13, it will be stored in 13. 15 also stored in 15. The denominator is high, so we have to consider the numerator value alone. 6 modulo 17 is equal to 6. It is already filled, right? So we have to go with the quadratic probing concept. The next one is the rehashing. This entire operation, right, is called as the rehashing. It is implemented in the several ways. When the half of the table is filled, or insertion failed, or the load factor, we can go with the rehashing concept. Thank you.